Hello and a warm welcome to Dr. Smell-Bell-Verbal ENT from Hyderabad, India. Dr. Smell-Bell-Verbal Yoga Artery. You are going to see today about the ujjaini pranayama, which is meaning that ujjaini, that you cannot be losing, that is you are invincible, something like that, along with the surya mudra. So what are these mudras that you should supposed to be knowing about these things is you have got the five fingers according to yogic practices. This finger is related to the agni, that is the fire, and this finger is related to prithvi, that is your earth. Fire and earth, that is panchabhutas, about the fire and earth. When you suppress with this prithvi with agni, then you are supposed to have, it is a belief that you are supposed to have a decrease in the weight, and the opposite happens when you put it above that. So when you suppress this prithvi with this agni, that becomes the surya mudra. So both sides, agni and this is the prithvi, you are suppressing with this. So you are going to have these two things in your mind, and you are going to have this according to this. You, as you put like in the dhyana mudra, you are going to put these two things in your on your flexed knees, or else you can do these things in the case of vajrasana also. So let me do it in a tougher manner, that is vajrasana, based on vajrasana, wherein you are going to sit like this upon your flexed knees and also ankles, and you're going to sit in the middle of this particular two flexed ankles, and then extended feet like this, and then you are going to have your hands like this, and then going into the surya mudra. And before that, you are going to have a warm up of your shoulders, nice warm up of your shoulders. About how you have to do this is you have to do it clockwise once 5 times and anti-clockwise for 5 times. Once you do that, you will be having your relaxed shoulders, etc. And to do this ujjaini pranayama, the specialty is that you should be inhaling through the nose and exhaling in such a manner that this is the larynx, this is the tip of the larynx, that is the laryngeal cartilages, and you will be exhaling with your internal part, that is the back of your tongue. There is something called as epiglottis, that is above the glottis, above the vocal cords. There will be something called as epiglottis. You should be touching it as if you are blowing your old generation chulas, like you are blowing a flute like this. It's a regular blowing, but it should be harsh, like a blow or sound that comes from the sea, the ocean. Breathe through your nose. While you're exhaling, you should blow through your making this part narrow inside your throat. This should be your attitude of your blowing outside. So let us see how much time you should hold it for. Inhalation minimum 5 seconds, and you can wait for 2 to 3 seconds in the gap, as a gap, and exhalation 5 seconds. Try to practice it for 2 to 3 seconds gap and 5 seconds inhalation, 5 second exhalation, which is possible for a normal person. I am going into surya mudra like this and taking deep breath. Like this, you will be doing minimum for 1 minute. There will be some amount of pressure generated behind the throat. Don't worry, but don't be too harsh to damage your vocal cords or anything in the throat. Take once again, second round I am taking. Like this you will be doing for 1 minute almost. You might be having cough in the middle. Do it in a soft manner so that you will not be harsh. So by this way you have got a lot of chance to have some black floaters in front of your eyes whenever you are closing your eyes. Don't worry about that, it's a normal phenomenon. And once if you are settled with this, after that you can just be in this surya mudra like this and do regular dhyana. And because you are in the vajrasana, it is preferred to do vajrasana after the feeding. It's not before the food. After the food, if it is taken, it will be helpful in a broad of digestion process also. So with this we complete this surya mudra and your this particular ujjaini pranayama, which helps us to get away from upper respiratory tract infections, ease away the stress, control your hypertension, and have a good soft thought process, which is helpful for happy living. Thank you very much for watching Dr. Smell-Bell-Verbal for ENT yoga artery, which helps to replenish your lifestyles. Yoga is a method of living by controlling the body, mind, and soul at a time. Today we have done the Surya Mudra by the Agni and suppressing the Prithvi. This is the Surya Mudra and related to Ujjaini Pranayama. Thank you very much for watching Dr. Smell-Bell-Verbal from Hyderabad, India.